Let's see. All right. Shalom. All right, this is your brother Bayan. All right, back again with another one. Start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the brothers and sisters listening and learning, the hopeful elect. All right, and this one is called the Amalgamation of the Spirit. All right, because the Spirit is going, the Spirit is moving, right? When it comes to this Trump situation, all right? Trump, he has a large following, and his following, when it comes to this immigration, you know, they're getting ready to bounty hunt people, to hunt the Northern Kingdom. And it's not stopping at the Northern Kingdom, man. The Northern Kingdom is a scapegoat. Right? I got some scriptures as well as a few videos that I think is important to watch, important to see. So we getting down. It's coming down to the hedge. You know, Jacob's trouble. We're here. We're right here at Jacob's trouble. Right? And World War III is around the corner. Donald Trump, all right? Everybody thought Donald Trump would be the man to get rid of the rumors of war. In the war, all right, you got the ceasefire in the Middle East right now with Israel, Hamas, Israel and Iran. You got the ceasefire when it comes to Lebanon as well. But it's not going to stop. All right, it's going to start back up, and it's going to get even worse. All right, pursuing the prophecy. So, above all, you know, don't listen to anybody. Listen to the Lord and listen to prophecy. All right. So, with that being said, we're going to continue. We're going to get started. So, I was watching BitChute. All right, something my uncle told me. When I first came into the truth, I guess I always talk about, you know, how before I was in the truth, I would talk about how our people, we're not that business oriented, or we're not how would I say it? We don't progress like these other nations. And before I was in the truth, I talked about it, but my uncle, he said, listen, I don't know why he called them enemies, but he said, I guess because he's a Democrat, but he would say, to know what's going on in the world, you got to listen to your enemies and what they say. And so he would listen to the Republican radio, like radio stations that they're mostly Edomites and they're mostly Republicans and stuff like that. So he would listen to that stuff, and they would be informative to him when it comes to finance, when it comes to being a homeowner and different stuff in the world, right? So that's what BitChute is to me. So BitChute is largely, right, it's supposed to be a free speech platform, but, you know, I see a lot of white supremacist stuff on here. But you see a lot of stuff about the New World Order because these Edomites, right, they like to think they're like God, man, right? Or think they're godly in some manner, and the Lord is with them because they believe in Jesus, right? But this man right here, he's talking about bounty hunting. I'm gonna go back to the beginning, all right? Let's see. Because he talks about the states that passed it, the bounty hunting law. All right, so lucky, I'm gonna have to refresh this whole page. Come on. Man, you was just working like a second ago. That's Satan. Let's see what I can do. Copy. Go ahead, open a new tab. And watch the other one start working.
Let's talk about ivermectin. For decades, it's been a trusted FDA-approved medication to treat parasitic infections, but now it's caught up in political games. Here's the reality. With the new virus emerging from China, wildfires in California, hurricanes, smart, it's necessary. That's
what if we get the best minds to distill their best ideas in 5 minutes?
This video may be a little tongue-in-cheek, maybe a little serious, but it's on a serious subject, but be careful. I always wonder if politicians pay attention to the public, watching social media, watching YouTube videos, reading Twitter, reading Facebook posts, whatever, and coming up with ideas from the public and saying, hey, you know what, that's not a bad idea, let's go with it. I say this because something's happened that I talked about over a year ago, my suggestion. I had mentioned back about a year ago, I said there's an easy way to get rid of all the illegals in the US. I said deputize every American citizen and put $1,000 bounty on every illegals. You get paid $1,000 for every one that you turn in. I said that a year ago. Back at the beginning of December, the state of Missouri came up with a program almost exactly like I said. This was in the House, and it was a bill that was put into the Missouri State House, and I don't know where it went, but that they were putting a $1,000 bounty on any illegal in the state that could be collected by any certified bounty hunter. So it wasn't every citizen, but it was every bounty hunter. And so Missouri kind of got that. They caught a little bit of hell for it. Oh my God, it's violating people's rights and stuff like that. Well, Thursday, we got this.
Bill that would allow certified bounty hunters to assist in identifying and reporting undocumented immigrants was introduced in the Mississippi House of Representatives. The bill, proposed by the DeSoto County District Attorney and authored by State Rep. Justin Keene, would create the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program. This program would offer a $1,000 reward to registered bounty hunters for each successful deportation they help facilitate.
All right.
Now, are you talking about $1,000, right, per illegal immigrant and per successful deportation? Or you do, hey man, you can do the math however you want, man, but it's gonna get crazy out here with these bounty huntings. All right, let's see what else we have. And you see the smile, man, just happiness, the pure joy on this Edomite, right? And let me get the scripture real quick. I'm gonna go to Psalms 55. Let's see, Psalms 55 and verse 20. All right, it says, he that put forth his hands against such as be his peace with him, he hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth is smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And you know, this man, he wants war. All right, he wants Jake out of here. He wants Northern Kingdom out of here. All right, that's not going to even solve his problems. All right, it's corporate greed, right? I'm going to show y'all a video. this woman, she's speaking. I think she's speaking in like Mississippi Congress or something when this bill was passed, and she's an immigration lawyer. And it's really corporate greed that's the true problem in America, Babylon the Great. This is why people can't afford to buy homes. They can't afford to buy cars. This is why life as you know it is the way it is, because of corporate greed. These Edomites, they want to take for themselves, especially these elites. They don't want you to own anything. It's all set up to spiral into what it is coming, what's coming now. And that's World War III, civil strife. All right, there's going to be war amongst the people, race wars. All this stuff is coming. All this stuff is prophesied in the scriptures, man. All right, so that's the real problem. America is what's it called? Oh man, I'm forgetting the word. But just the way of people's living has decreased in this place, right? You used to could buy a nice car, a brand new car. You pay $1,000 down, $2,000 down. You could buy a brand new car. Now they're looking for $6,000. They're looking for $7,000. You know, you have to have super high credit, right? And then you still get $500 to $700 payments on this brand new car when it used to be $300 to $400, years ago. So people's living, their state of living has decreased in the land, and these Edomites aren't happy. This guy, he doesn't know that he's a peon. He doesn't know that he's a foot soldier to protect the government. The government that sold itself to these elites, or has always been owned by the elites. He doesn't know that. So that's what these Edomites are, man. They protect the government, and they've always protected the government from us, the ones that speak out about the oppression. All right, let's get that, man. Let's get Jeremiah 30 and 50. Let's get that. 50 and 33 real quick. All right, this is Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and Judah, and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." And this is part of the refusing to let us go, is when they tell us, man, just pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Get a job, save your money. Stop spending your money on lavish things, which you can't afford. The policy that they implement to keep so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans down, right? But that's the plan, man. The scapegoat, our people. And it's not stopping at Northern Kingdom, because in the scriptures, it's never just stopped at Northern Kingdom. Both Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom are going off. The 2/3 of our people are Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom, so it's not stopping there. All right, we know they're coming for all of Jacob, right? Like the scriptures say. Let's see. I'm gonna play this video real quick. All right, this video from Jason A. All right, he's Christian most likely, but he has some stuff that's on point. But you know what? Yeah, I'll play this one, and then I got some other videos as well. All right.
Let me show you why I stopped paying for all my other sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output. This
As you
thing
can
has
see, I'm not
samples,
paying for
samples.
I'm not paying
Does anybody
YouTube
else know
to block the ads. All right.
this in this recent speech, like the coat of arms behind Trump, where usually like the head of the eagle is facing towards the olive branch, whilst having these arrows, which means that it's capable of peace and war, but it's going to look more towards peace. The eagle in this coat of arms is looking towards.
You know what, Salakia? I think, yeah. I just don't like, my time wasted when I watch these videos, so I speed it up.
The arrows towards war.
I'm gonna replay it for y'all.
Yo, has anybody else noticed that in this recent speech, like the coat of arms behind Trump, where usually like the head of the eagle is facing towards the olive branch, whilst having these arrows, which means that it's capable of peace and war, but it's gonna look more towards peace. The eagle in this coat of arms is looking towards the arrows, towards war. And it's like, damn, that's kind of settling.
Yeah, like you see that, you know, all this, you got the ceasefires, right? Trump is promoting peace. Meanwhile, when he's talking to the World Economic Forum, that was a speech he was giving to the World Economic Forum. What's the WEF telling you? The WEF is telling you we're going into war. It's telling not only, well, it's not really telling us. It's telling their elite counterparts. We're going into war. Prepare for war, right? And that's, right, the prophets are out here telling you that war is coming. We've been telling you that war has been coming because the scriptures say so. But now this is physical proof that this is about to come to pass. You know, this is the, what's it called? Call to action. This is the Edomite call to action. All right, Donald Trump, the new elected president at the World Economic Forum, and you got a clear sign for war. Like the guy said, you know, it's usually pointed, the coat of arms is usually pointed, United States. Oh my God, can't type today. It's usually pointed towards the sign of peace. Let's check it out. All right, the eagle's head is pointed towards peace, and then you got the arrows right there for war. But during the WEF, it's pointed towards war. And that's a clear ominous sign, like Jason A said. It's an ominous sign. Salaki, I wasn't even showing you. All right, let me go back to it, all right? The coat of arms, right? Is usually pointed towards the peace. Here's a description of it. Let's see. The olive branch, America seeks peace. 13 leaves and the 13 olives. It may go back to the 13 colonies. But 13 arrows prepared to defend liberty, and that's war. So there you go. I'm gonna go back to this video.
Arrows towards war. And it's like, damn, that's kind of settling.
If he had been the president, if the victory wasn't stolen from him in 2020, maybe the Ukrainian crisis that arose in 2022 would have never appeared.
We're moving on to more analysis then of US foreign policy under Trump 2.0 or Trump 47. Choose your formula as you wish. What next for Israel then under President Trump? The US president calls himself the most pro-Israel US president in history. That's what he calls himself. And staunchly supported Israel.
You hear that? The most pro-Israel, the state of Israel now, the most pro-Israel president in US history. So this is who we dealing with. All right, I think I exited out that when Trump, this is not it. No. All right, so Trump visits Jewish historical site, right? And you think he was there just for a visit, to pay a visit? No, he was there because this place is in New York, right? New York, I think, has the highest population of, 1948ers, right? And they also have some of the biggest, how would I say it, conferences among these 1948ers in America, in New York. So you think Donald Trump was just there to honor a historical site for these people? No. He was there making negotiations, telling them how things are going to be. Right? What else happened in New York? The Trade Towers, the World Trade Center. That also happened in New York. And guess who many of those people called out that day? It was these 1948ers. They chose not to go into work that day, man. So nothing's a coincidence. Let me go back to it. Let's keep going.
Israel during his first term, even before taking office for the second term. He proved instrumental in pushing Benjamin Netanyahu's government into signing a ceasefire deal. Remember, that's the deal that Joe Biden put on the table back in May. Admiral Maxwell has this.
The self-proclaimed best friend that Israel has ever had is back in the White House.
We're going to make Israel great again, and we're going to make America great again. We're going to make them both great again, greater than ever before.
Token of affection.
Donald Trump portrays himself as Israel's steadfast protector, and his record reflects that. During his...
All right. And they're revealing to you what's going on. All right. I've said it many times that Israel is the capital of the United States. Israel owns the United States. All right. These elites, right? They go back into these bloodlines. And these bloodlines come from these, what's it called? Amalek. You know? Right? When you talk to a Christian, man, and they tell you Esau is not the ruler of the world, right? Who's the only group of people, right, that can trace their lineage back to kings? All right, well, really false kings and false queens. It's these Edomites. And more than that, it's these Amalekites, man. These Amalekites. These are the only ones, they're the only group of people on the planet that can say we're royal. Why is that? Because they rule this earth. Right? They don't allow Moab to trace his lineage and call himself a royal. They don't call Moab dukes, right? Even though Moab, right? Moab, they got a prime minister. Japan, they have prime ministers. But you got dukes, you got princes, you got so-called kings amongst these Edomites. Why? Because they run the world. They own the world. And they're Amalekites. All right? So the capital, or more so who owns America, is Israel. And that's why Trump is calling him their protectorate. I'm gonna stop pausing it. I'm gonna just let the video play out.
First time as US president, he recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital and followed up by moving the United States Embassy there from Tel Aviv, thereby undermining the cause of Palestinians who want East Jerusalem as the capital of a future Palestinian state. Trump also recognized the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights as part of Israel, a decision honored by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who named a planned settlement there after him.
Well, that was very strange because the Davos people that run it, he shredded every one of their most cherished ideas, you know, open borders, illegal immigration.
Slovakia, I said I wasn't going to stop it. But there you see, coat of arms. All right, pointing at the arrows. Right? On that slick shit. On Fox News. Now let's all right, hold on. This is it. I think this is it. This is when he speaks.
Going to explode when he called it the new. Elon and Bezos,
Fried chicken and wontons and teriyaki glaze and an egg roll. Some people think the Zaxby Sensei
basically said, I want you to make us rich. Go to it. And I know it's a little over the top. Basically,
Also, not easy.
Okay, it might be another video, but basically, all right, Trump is saying that, hey, you he's like, you blacks, you Latinos, you know, you came out and voted for me outstandingly, you know, I'm gonna repay you. And we all know that 80% of the so-called black population in America that voted for Kamala Harris. They didn't vote for Trump, right? And then you got your Latino immigrants, right? The ones who are illegal, who voted, if they could vote. They wasn't voting for Trump. But there's a good percentage of Latino Americans, right? So-called Latino Americans that voted for Trump, you know, per their, how would I say it? Their motives, all right? Because they don't even like these illegal immigrants, but it's not the illegal immigrants that's the true problem. It's the corporate greed. So you talk about how, you know, these illegal immigrants are taking jobs away from people. So it's harder to demand higher pay when you got an illegal immigrant. He can come in there and work a job for $8 an hour. And you want $15 to $18 an hour for your job. That's what a lot of people is talking about. Or you might want 30 bucks an hour for office jobs, but you only get paid 20 bucks. And it's easy for an illegal immigrant to come in there and take that job away. That's what people are talking about. But you really have to look to the corporations, the business itself that's not paying more. They're not paying that extra money to keep you, right? So I'm gonna play this video, and this is from a brother, right? One of our brothers, let's see. Right, the brother GMS Garley Heritage, right? I seen that this morning. I was like, man, you know, that's the spirit, man. So this is why this video is called the Amalgamation of the Spirit, because all brothers are thinking alike. All brothers are putting out the same content, and they always do. That's what the amalgamation of the Spirit is. But you know, this woman was powerful, and she spoke the truth. Let's see.
Says, matter of fact, there's a video. Yeah, hey.
All right.
All right. Says Mississippi bill to create bounty hunter program to hunt undocumented let's get it, undocumented immigrants. Okay. Says, matter of fact, there's a video. Yeah, hey, even better.
Neighbors that work so hard, that build up our communities. It is also going to increase militarization of our neighborhoods. The bill blatantly violates due process. I mean, these are not these are literally being allegations and charges, not actual convictions. Y'all act like if somebody's undocumented, they can't be deported.
Now, what she's saying is these people are going to be deported right away without going to a court or to a judge, because they're seemingly not U.S. citizens. So they can even get caught. I mean, U.S. citizens could even get caught in the windfall of all of this. And that's what's going to happen, because these laws aren't perfect like the law of the Lord is.
Ken, as a former immigration attorney, I know that for a fact. You're making this up so you can literally allow people to be profiled and discriminated against. Blame them for the cost of eggs? Is that what we're doing here? We're blaming them because you guys can't get corporate greed on a side that is a disease that is killing our economy? People can't afford housing? You think it's because of our immigrant neighbors? No. If you cared truly about fixing our immigration system, you'd go fix it so that U.S. citizens married to undocumented spouses can actually adjust their status. Where we have mixed statuses because for 30 years, we've ignored and vilified immigrants. Enough is enough. It will separate families. It would lead again to continued discrimination. It's shameful that my colleagues are giving into racist fear-mongering at the first opportunity to pass legislation to scapegoat our immigrant neighbors and fuel hate in our communities. I know what's gonna happen. It won't just be undocumented. It'll be people like my mother who will get stopped and profiled. She has to carry her U.S. passport around.
While AI has the potential to assist our state.
All right, yeah, so that's one of the things that said. I'll just read you a little bit in the article too.
Yeah, man. That's what she said, and she's right. You know, she's right. It's not going to stop at just illegal immigrants because it can't. It's not even going to start with illegal immigrants. It's going to start with anybody who's under suspicion. So it's going to go back to, how it used to be. It's going to go back to Jim Crow. You know, it's going to get bad for a lot of people, and it's not just the Northern Kingdom, but it starts with the Northern Kingdom, just like it's always done. So let's get Jeremiah 50 and 17 real quick to prove that it always starts with the Northern Kingdom. It says, all right. And there might be more into this if I read more into it, but I'm gonna just get to the point where I'm making. It says, Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria hath devoured him, and last, the Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. Now, Nebuchadnezzar, right, he was the one that took away Judah, right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi to the land of Babylon. But before that, it was the king of Assyria had came and taken away Ephraim, which is the northern kingdom, the 10 tribes. So first it was the 10 tribes that suffered, and then it was southern kingdom. And that's how it's going to play on this time. But this is Jeremiah 50. And Jeremiah 50 is speaking in prophecy. So it also talks about, it goes into Jeremiah 50 and 51 where it talks about the fall of Babylon. Right? Let's see. What else we got? So this is another brother, Saints of Jersey. All right, Saints of Jersey 2. He's also speaking on the Jason A video.
Hey, Shalom, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth. A sincere Shalom of Akarium Shah Yash'al. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Now, I don't know who else caught this, but I was searching. I'm searching Google now. It's kind of hard for me to pull this video up because I don't know the name, but this was a TikTok. And this guy here, Jason A, is usually accurate. You know, as you can see in the background, the coat of arms symbol. The eagle is now pointing towards the arrows in this image here behind Trump. For whatever speech this is, I couldn't find it. Somebody can find it. You know, you can put it in the comment section. But the head of this eagle is normally pointing towards the olive branch, which represents plenteous peace, you know, goodwill, good fortune. You know, the olive branch, a sign of peace. You know, now the eagle head is pointing towards the arrows, which is a clear indication that it's a time of war. And this is what we're coming into. And right now, you know, this Edomite is telling on himself. He don't care right now because the people of Babylon are so blinded. This is Psalm 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
That's right.
This is a prime example. Clear.
Yeah, that's right, man. Esau's making his own tongue to fall upon themselves, right? The people that's bringing this out, you know, what they're saying, you know, because they have part of their ritual is to tell us what's going on. You know, you tell us subtly, right? The serpent was the most subtle beast in the field. So they tell you subtly, and it's up to your, what's it called? You know, a lot of people suspend their belief in it, right? They don't believe what these Edomites say. Sometimes they don't take it for face value, all right? Because when you see yourself as, how would I say? If you see yourself as inferior, when you talk to people who you think are superior to you, you don't listen to everything they say. You listen to how they say it. Why? Because you think this person is the man with the plan. This person has all the plans, and if I follow this guy, all I gotta do is follow this guy, and everything will go well. Well, that's gonna be to people's destruction, like the scriptures say. Let's get Isaiah 30, right? And we read this all the time, but all right, the fact that people voted, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, so-called, the fact that they voted means that they're in the spirit. It says, woe to the, Isaiah 30:1, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that may add sin to sin. They walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, right? They have chosen, you know, our people have chosen this place to be its God, right? And it's not going to stop with all of this. This is going to lead you into the mark of the beast, the MOTB, the RFID chip. That's what it's going to lead to, all right? Yeah. Slakia. It says, Psalm 64, I think I read that. Psalm 64:1. Let's go ahead and read that again. Real quick. If I haven't read it. Psalm 64. All right, Carl, yeah. I haven't read this, but I'm going to read it right now. All right, it says, hear my voice. Psalm 64:1. It says, hear my voice, O Lord. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and behind their boast. Salak, I'm going to read that again. Verse 3, Psalm 64:3, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. So they're shooting in secret at the perfect. And the perfect are us, man. They're the ones that's counterfeit. We're the originals. We're the ones that's giving glory unto the Lord. All right? That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily, right? Laying snares privily. This is one of the snares that they're laying, right? Our people, they get caught up in being a bounty hunter or thinking that, thinking that these illegal immigrants, are the problem because they trust in America, Babylon the Great. What happens? That's a snare of privilege. It's not just coming to them. It's coming to you. They don't want any of you. This place is not our rest. I'll read it again, Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. So they search diligently to make your life a living hell, man. Because that's what this place is. It is our captivity. And the only way to get out of this place and to get out of what's coming to us is to come back onto the Lord in all truth and sincerity. All right, I'm about to close out real quick. These are pretty much all the videos I have, right? Let's see. And this is really what originally came to my mind when I first saw all of this. But I'm gonna close out with this. I'm gonna close out with John 4:23. The brothers know this is my favorite scripture. John 4:23. It says, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. So we have to remember that the Father is seeking us to worship him in spirit and in truth. All right, that's what he's looking for. And to be walking in the spirit, you got to change your ways. You got to get out this Babylonian, you got to put off the Babylonian clothing and put on the new clothing, man. Put on the new garments, man. It says, the Lord is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. All right, and the truth is, there's a lot of truth. The truth is, this place is not for us, man. All right, our true home is Jerusalem, and that's to come. So with that being said, I'm gonna close out here, man. Lord willing, it's edifying. I was kind of all over the place, but you know what? With practice, I'll get better. So I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. All right, shalom.